we have Dr. Chitturi, which I'm sure many of you know already. Dr. Chitturi came to America in 1965 by ship to earn a Master's of Science in Industrial Engineering from Kansas State University, followed by a PhD in Operations Research from NYU. He has worked at many companies such as BP, General Motors, Chase, and First National Bank of Chicago. In 1989, he founded the North-South Foundation to provide college scholarships to those who excel among the poorest of the poor in India. NSF now has 25 centers across India, giving nearly 2,500 scholarships a year. They have also, as I'm sure many of you know, expanded to educational contests throughout the US and have over 90 centers nationwide. Please welcome Dr. Chitturi to the stage.
Thank you, Harsha. Can you all hear? Okay. Thank you all for coming. We appreciate it, and we would like to thank McDonald's. This effort, it's the first time the North-South Foundation has done it. We're able to do it because McDonald's has kindly agreed and gave us a grant. We're able to do that. And I would like to also, there are many, many volunteers who put a lot of effort in making this possible. Especially, I would like to thank Porus Databoy. Are you here? Porus, you're here. Okay. He's the one person. He's the overall event coordinator. And also, raise your hand, Porus. Give me a applause. And then Parthy Andy, I think he's busy in the contest. He's outside. He's another person. And with that, I will go ahead and share a presentation about North-South Foundation. And Porus calls it how to make kids winner, or sometimes he calls it Nobel Prize winner. So I'll try to share whatever we can. This effort, North-South Foundation, is a model, it's a prototype, and it's still an experiment. It's an experiment. As a community event, we do all the things as a community. Volunteers come together, a community. We celebrate Diwali, we celebrate Pongal, a lot of functions, cultural programs. This is another one. The focus is academics, right? And as opposed to dance, music, things like that. Let me see. Next slide, please. Yeah. We have we're trying to tell ourselves, what is it we're trying to do, right? It's the volunteers that do the work. It's because of volunteers North-South Foundation exists. And as short, I will be referring to NSF. When I say NSF, North-South Foundation, not National Science Foundation. And all of you know National Science Foundation is part of the US government. Okay. The core beliefs in volunteering is that there is goodness in every human being. And the true test of goodness is doing good to others. We do good to ourselves, we do good to our family, but we need to go beyond that. And while you're doing goodness, be the best you can be. You're doing it anyway. Try it, be the best you can be. And collective goodness, when a number of people come together, and that collective goodness can improve the well-being and reduce suffering in the society. And volunteer-run organizations without payroll can sustain, grow, and be relevant. This is the experiment we're trying. There's nobody gets paid. I was the culprit who founded this organization 28 years ago. I don't get a penny. In fact, I put my own money as a donation, the contribution to the foundation. So, does this work? And can we do it? Can we continue to do it? And that's a challenge to all of us. Why not? The question is, why not? I think we can do it. Next, please. Then some pearls of wisdom. I don't mind stealing. I got it from the internet. It says, work for a cause, not for applause. Live life to express, not to impress. Don't strive to make your presence noticed, but make your absence felt. Right? We should try that. It's not easy, but it can be done. Next, please. The story of North-South Foundation started 28 years ago, and for giving scholarships in 1989. Next, please. You all know this guy. He doesn't need any introduction. He said, the best and the brightest students shouldn't be denied access to higher education simply because they can't afford it. Right? Next, please. For the last 28 years, the foundation gave more than 20,000 scholarships. It's a sizable number. Think about it. 20,000 scholarships. Next, please. And these are the different centers we have in India to administer the scholarship program. And this is all run by volunteers in each chapter. We have roughly 25 chapters. It is run by volunteers for administering the program. Next, please. The next phase started in 1993. We started contests. And 1993. Next, please. We have certain beliefs. The foundation believes that every child is a winner. Every child. And there's nothing a child cannot do. There's nothing. Children, if you're in this room, don't let anybody tell you it can't be done. There's nothing you cannot do. Even an ordinary child can do extraordinary things. You will see that. And he's never too young or too old to learn. And next, please. And I know there's an African adage that says, it takes a village to raise a child. And we think of it as a four-legged stool, to be stable, robust. And the first leg is the mother. The second leg is the father. And the third leg is the teacher in school. And North-South Foundation comes as a fourth leg, right? So we tell parents and say, don't expect miracles, that you bring your children and North-South Foundation can do everything for you. No, we are all responsible. The mother is responsible, father is responsible, and the teacher in school is responsible. And we come as a fourth leg. We all together, as the adage says, to raise the child. Next, please. Okay. I know you don't do this on the left, right? Tell your child, go to your room and study, right? Never do that. What you do on the right, you sit down at the kitchen table as a family affair. Studying is a family affair. Next, please. This is the 25th anniversary, Silver Jubilee year for North-South Foundation, conducting the bees. And over the last 25 years, 170,000 contestants got benefited. It's a sizable number. 170,000 contestants have benefited from this activities. And we generate some revenues because we charge fees for the registration, and after expenses, we use this money to give scholarships to poor students in India, right? By helping a child here, we're helping a child in India. So you get two benefits. It's a win-win situation. Next, please. And we have 92 chapters all over the country. Every metropolitan area in the US, we have a chapter. And next, please. And also we're trying to engage parents in this busy world, globalized world, with internet, social media, cell phones and all that. And we're trying to engage parents so that we all can get to reach the goal, that is educating children, encouraging excellence. We have orientation to the parents. We do that in January and February. And we have info sessions for parents by subject, math, science, spelling, geography, like that. And then we also have what we call a structured learning guide. It's like homeschool. And some of you know about homeschooling, and the parents have to do the guidance to the kids. And here we are trying to provide something similar to that, and which gives week to week what the child needs to do. Okay. Next, please. We also provide online workshops through the internet, to the webinars, and they have become popular. And in 2016, we had more than 3,000 children participated in this online workshops. Next, please. Online coaching. Online coaching is another activity we have. It's a 15-week program, and 2 hours a week. And this is another popular activity in the foundation. Next, please. And sometimes, people ask, you've been doing for 25 years, what is the outcome? What are the accomplishments? And I'll give one example. There are 11 million children who participate in spelling bee at the school level throughout the country. And NSF children, about 1,000 of them participate in these schools. So that represents 1 out of 10,000. It's 0.01%. So the odds of winning in spelling bee is 1 in 10,000, right? It's like a lottery. Next, please. In the NSF children, for the last 10 years, they won championship at Scripps Spelling Bee. It's a winning streak starting in 2008, 9, all the way up to 2017, right? And it's an amazing feat that they're able to do that. And people know Indian children participate in these contests, they win, but a lot of them don't know these are North-South Foundation children. And the odds of winning, for those of you who like math, is 1 add 40 zeros. And the name for that is duodecillion. I don't know if I'm saying it right. You can Google it. And the odds are, so low. In fact, number of planets in the universe is less than that number. It's amazing, amazing. Next, please. Last 6 years, National Geographic Bee, 6 years in a row, they won championship. Next, please. They won championships in International Math Olympiad in 2015 and 16. Next, please. And in science, history, math counts. Next, please. In 2016, we call it Super Bowls. They won championships in about 5 academic Super Bowls. Next, please. And these kids get a chance to go to the White House, shake hands with the president. Okay. Next, please. And so some people might ask, what is the secret? And they asked Thomas Edison 100 years ago. Thomas Edison is a genius. He got the most patents. And so he was asked, what is the secret of genius? He said, genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. So hard work. So what this table shows, if a child comes to the contest, participate in NSF contest, first column, number of years. If the child comes from 1st grade through 8th grade, right? The last column shows you the likelihood the child will win, will get a top 10 ranks in the national finals at North-South Foundation, right? In the top 10 ranks, right? That's a show of excellence in the top 10. And you can be assured the last row tells you if this child sticks with the foundation activity every year, there's assurance 100%, right? Okay, next please. And the same thing is true for math, science. We did the data mining. This is the actual data in the database from NSF children. Okay, next please. I think we'll skip. I think the time is running short, so I'll just. we should not entertain negative thoughts. Some parents say, my child will not win. Sure, the child will not win. If that's what you start out with, the child will not win. If you say the problems are too tough, they will be too tough, right? So you have to take the positive attitude. Next, please. And our program is to start with the first grade, like a ladder. You go through each step. In 8 years, you become comfortable when you go to high school. And next, please. And these are kids. Do you see these kids? Any silver spoon in their mouths? Don't. They're like any other kid. There's no silver spoon. They were not gifted. Just like your kids when they were first grade, second grade, third grade. But through hard work, they became excellent. Ranks. And these 3 kids became, the middle kid was a champion in 2008 at the script spelling bee. Okay. Next, please. We also believe that excellence in education needs to be followed up with excellence in values. So we do have an excellence in values program. We have online coaching. It's a 20-week program. And so we go through these values and practice. What's important is for children and adults, even for us, practicing. We all know the values. We don't need to teach. We all know what they are, and we just need to practice. That's okay. The next one, I think time is up, right? So maybe I'll skip this one. This is a Mahatma Gandhi. Okay. So what we need is a holistic education. Holistic education, we call it. And the next one, thank you all for coming. We appreciate it, and have fun and be attentive to the speakers and listen to it carefully. And if you have any questions, write down on the cards, and there will be a panel that will try to address the questions. And thank you very much. Thank you.